Uh, Viewers, listeners, I appreciate y'all. Y'all making this Entrepreneurs Unleashed podcast an absolute success. We just celebrating one of our biggest videos yet. We hit 14,000, so we're gonna keep trying to push some great content to some great people from some great people. So welcome back. This is another episode, Young Entrepreneurs Unleashed. It's me, your host, Big Boy, Mr. P.H.D. and me. Mr. LaQuint Johnson Sr. himself. So grab your earbuds, turn your volume up, and let's get ready to go on a ride, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Joining me today, the Mr. Devan Roberts. Y'all, this young fellow right here, I've known for at least 8, 9 years strong, and he's the founder, owner of Spade Photography.
Yes, sir.
And when I tell you this man has an eye for what it is he does, and it came out of the blue because I didn't even know he had that particular talent. And just to pay homage to him while I got him in front of me, I don't think he knows this, but Devin, you was my first ever recruit. Like I was fresh into the recruiting scene, and man, we was in the wild one day, and I saw you. You was quiet. You just looked like you ain't caused no trouble. Like, you know what I'm saying, just trying to find your way. And I went over and I talked to you, and before I knew it, man, we was testing, we was joining, and it was like we had to get some stuff straight, like to get you in, but it got done, and you were literally my first ever recruit
Hey,
ever.
7 years ago. Stay going, man.
7 years, y'all. 7 years ago, we crossed paths, and I think you did my brother's wedding, and yeah, that's the last time I saw you, and you was like, "Yo," you literally said something to me, man. You brought a tear to my eye. You was like, "Yo, I gotta do your shoot because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even have this camera." And
Yeah, you're right, man.
I was like, what? Like, when you think about it, when you do the things the right way, like I do, I don't take credit for anything. Like if I can help anybody, I'll help you, even if it costs me. But helping you was so easy. You wanted to do something with yourself. You did all the work. You did everything me and Allison asked you to do, and it was done. So it was like, bro, when you said that, I was like, it's so much bigger. It's so much bigger than you know the responsibility that I wanted to take from it. I just wanted to take. I helped you got into the military. You know, you're doing great things. You've been in the military 7 years, and it's like, no, big bro, you. If I didn't do this, I wouldn't have this nice camera to shoot this. And I was just like, man, I was talking to my wife on the way home from the wedding. I was in tears. Like, that's what I want to do with my life. I want to help people beyond the initial help. Like, and even with you being here today, you told me at the wedding, that was last year my brother got married. You told me at the wedding, you was like, it don't matter where you at. I remember everything. It don't matter. I'm coming to you. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
I gotta get my bro on the show. It was just starting when I saw you, and I just wanted to get some kinks out of the way, and then boom, the stars align. So without further ado, y'all, let's kick it off and let's get into this business. Let's get into what it is that Spade Photography is, and what it is that you. Let's tell them what got you on this show. So first off, what share with us what got you interested in taking pictures and stuff like that.
Be 100% honest with you. My friend, Fat Man. You know Fat. So
Oh, I
during
love
COVID,
fat, man.
we picked up a camera. We just went to the pawn shop, just fooling around. We had a bunch of free time when we got off duty. So we did a photo shoot
Wow.
for just one of the soldiers. And I didn't go to do the shoot. I went to help. And while helping, I came up with an idea. With that idea, we took the picture. She liked how it turned out. She loved how it turned out. And we just kept going from there. So me and him started shooting for a while. He picked up some other things. He got too busy. But I liked it. So I
Wow.
just kept going.
Wow. So my brother Catlin Edwards, shout out to Catlin, Sergeant Catlin Edwards, man. Like, so it's crazy that you say his name because he is, well, hands down, one of the best men I know, for one. But two, his profession is really like a barber, right?
Oh, yeah.
So when you think about a barber or a photographer, you guys have so much power when it comes to how a person wants to be portrayed to the world.
Oh, yeah.
You got so control over it. Like how I see myself and how I present myself to the world is up to a barber or a hairstylist, and then how I present myself after that in the picture form that I want to put out to the world. That's your lane.
Yes, sir.
So it's such an intimate profession, and you have to be as great as he is at cutting hair. I'm pretty sure he's great at taking pictures as well because he got that eye for cutting hair. Like he cut my hair several times before, and he gets down to the blade of like the grade of hair. Like he like, nope, I ain't done yet. Got to get that one little blade of hair that's left. So that's interesting that his eye for something that he was doing as a passion pastime became just because you tagged along.
Tagged along. I enjoy doing it. So we practiced throughout COVID. So during COVID,
Nice.
we got orders to go get deployed. So throughout
That's the
deployment,
Mexico, the border.
oh yeah.
That was the border. Okay.
So with
Okay.
the border mission, we went to work. We did what we had to do. Then we had free time. We get like 2 days off. So within that 2 days, I would practice with my starter camera. I get good with that. I'm talking about I'm calling soldiers like, hey, let's do a photo shoot.
Let's do it.
I'm getting on everybody's nerves. Let's go outside. Let's do this. Let's do that. I mean, if it's nothing to do, why not find something constructive to do? So I practiced. I learned the trade. Got me a little bit of money from the deployment. Then I upgraded my camera.
It's
Man,
nice.
y'all thought I was annoying when I first got the camera. The second camera, I'm knocking on people's doors. I'm taking pictures of myself. Like, it's
Yes.
ridiculous. I'm
That
everywhere with this
passion.
camera.
That passion was there.
So during the deployment, I came up with an idea. I wanted to start a car club. I already had a design in mind, Ace of Spades.
Yeah.
But when I came home, I lost my BMW. So I'm like, hey, I still got this logo. I paid for it.
I paid for this.
I got these cameras. So why not put that same logo on my photography? In the beginning, the name of it was Ace of Spades, but I tweaked the logo a little bit. Shout out to Dominique for making it for me. Dominique Jet, by the way.
Nice.
So I tweaked the logo a little bit, took out some stuff, and came up with a simple design. Spade.
Nice.
Within the name itself, the A is replaced by the actual spade with the A cut out. So thus, Spade Photography.
Mm,
That's also helped me come up with the name too.
that's
Ever
dope.
since then, I've just been rolling with it. I say probably about a year go by, I've been doing stuff for free. But I'm like, if they can do it and get paid, why can't I do it and get paid?
Nice.
So I started a team up. I got my cousin Marquez and also Dantes. We
Which
started.
one was at the wedding? You had one. You just had one with you at Taiwan's wedding.
That was Dantes. Dantes
Oh, he
Cocktail.
was doing a good job too.
So we
Yeah.
started as a team. We moved around. We did events. We got our first paid wedding. That was something different. We didn't know what we was doing, but we knew how to take the photos.
Mm-hmm.
I'm over here, Dantes over there, Quez running around over that way. We trying to make up for everything. By the end of the day, we probably took over 2,000 pictures each.
Jeez.
So
Right.
we like, what we gonna do with all of this? So we run around scrambling, trying to get all the stuff together, situated. So we present the stuff to the lady, and she was like, "Oh my God, this is too many pictures." Hey, you paid us. We did the
We
job,
did
but
it.
she still was satisfied with everything. So we just kept going from there. Events
Yeah.
after events start coming up. We going all the way down to Charleston. We done went to not what else? Charleston, Charlotte. I done went to the beach. I done did a whole bunch of stuff. Without them, I couldn't do everything by myself.
Yeah.
But speaking of Dantes, he's actually a basic trainer right now.
So he ended up joining.
Yeah.
That's nice.
So he started his own company. It's called Kingdom Photography. My little
That's
cousin
nice.
Quiz, he started working, take care of family. So right
Okay.
now, I'm kind of solo. But pretty
Okay.
much, I like to teach what I know. So anybody that's willing to pick up a camera and willing to learn, I'll help you out.
That's what's up, man. Y'all were a tight unit because at my brother's wedding, y'all were all over the place. Y'all was taking so many photos. It was just like it was such an experience because for one, I'm proud of him for getting married, but two, I'm double proud at the same time because I'm watching you photograph the whole thing like professionally. You guys were super professional. I could not have wanted a better experience when it came to the pictures that we actually got back from you. It was awesome. So just just share with the people what is your favorite aspect because there's so much going on when you take a picture. I've done maybe 2 or 3 professional shoots and the person behind the camera is so much more important than the person in front of the camera. It's ridiculous. No, I don't want you like this. I want you like this. So, what's your favorite aspect of shooting somebody's photo shoot and why?
To be honest with you, the way I like to shoot, I try to keep it natural. So I got
Mm,
a tablet that's connected to my camera. While we shooting, I'll show you what you look like right then on the spot. It's the
mm,
reaction that pretty much gets me. The picture not even done yet, and you're already falling apart, excited, jumping all over the place. That's the best
yeah,
part to me.
yeah.
But the second part of that is when you get it back when I'm done with it.
Oh, goodness.
It's gonna be 10 times even better than what you
Because you get
seen
to
the first
touch it
time.
up and do your little. Oh my goodness! So, like, what all goes into that part of it? I've seen a little bit of editing when it came to the photo shoot, but I'm not really like a savant at it. So what's
To be honest with you, it depends on the type of shoot and what the actual mood is for the photo. While
interesting?
shooting, I try to get it right in camera so I don't have to edit. But if it's something sentimental or you want it a certain way, like moody, you want colors change, you want it to look dark, each picture pretty much tells a story. So
Mm-hmm.
you tell me what you want, and I'll make that picture itself tell a story without using any words.
So today you're actually up here because we're gonna do a shoot right after this, and you're gonna be the person I choose to put me on flyers, put on my website, to put in my book. As far as the last book that I've just released, I'm doing a photo shoot because I want to put these flyers and stuff out, and you're the person that I'm choosing to put this face out there, and I already know you're gonna do me right.
I
Like
got you,
you're
man.
gonna you're gonna get me right, and I need some professional look, and I need some swag look with P.H.D. and me. So that's why you're here. I already know you're definitely gonna capture the professional look that I'm going and I'm looking for. Um, so, how do you approach capturing a subject? And because you just said you kind of like to do it naturally.
Oh yeah.
So, is that the only approach, or like how else would you tackle that issue? Or
So basically, going off the mood of the person. So if I got a person that never took photos before, I'll talk to them. I'll get in their head a little bit. I make them feel good instead of being that photographer. Turn left, smile. Nah,
robotic?
I'm not like a robot. Just like you
Yeah,
said, I try to keep it natural, make it fun. The way I like to shoot is pretty much a lot of off guards.
I
Also
was about to
making
say
them
that.
be like, wait a minute, that's me? Yeah, that's you. Now let's keep going. Then they keep going. I'm like, oh my God, I've never done this before. I
Yeah.
say probably 2 photo shoots ago. The lady was just all stuck up, didn't want to do nothing. It was a surprise to her. But
Oh.
when she started seeing how she looked on the screen, man, that lady opened up. I got music playing in the background. This lady dancing all over the place, having a ball.
Yeah.
But after I gave her those photos, she was like, "Ain't no way I did all of this.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that side of me in years."
That's
So
dope,
I
man.
met her at another event. Kappa ball that just happened,
I saw the photos for that.
and she just looked around. She already knew what to do. I set the light up. She just started going there. She was never shy after that.
I saw the photos for that online. So That's dope, man. Because like we said earlier in the interview, it's such an intimate piece. So it's almost just like that barber or that hairdresser that you got to trust them. You got to trust them to bring out that best side that you don't even know you got. So that's right there. I like where we at right there. I want to take it right here though, because I see you at so many events. How do you balance the work life? Because when people when people break this down, you'll understand. Like being in the military, especially guard side, you're a soldier. You're a regular everyday person. I don't know if you work extra or go to school or anything, but you also then got to balance this business that you. Because I see you at everything, anything in Hartsville, South Carolina, they're coming through you to take the picture. Spade to take. We good. We got who we want. We use them here. We're gonna use them there. So I see you with wrestling, with basketball, football, anything that goes down and pictures are taken. Your name is the name that comes up. How are you balancing this right now? Like, is it complicated? Is it? It's easy.
It's not complicated at all because I run a company.
I'm a business man.
You never work a day in your life and you enjoy what you
If
do.
you love what you're doing,
So
you don't go to work.
technically, whenever I go to all these places, all these events, I'm just out there to have fun. To be honest with you,
How's that been for you? Because you like when I first met you, man, I put you in the military, and I heard you say about 10 good words through the whole process. So, like, how has it been being behind the camera, but in this spotlight for you, a very private, very soft-spoken, maybe, like I said, 10 words, you might get 10 words a year from you. Like, how's that been?
to be honest with you, while joining the military, I changed a lot
Oh
for the
yeah.
better.
Oh yeah.
Like you said, I was quiet, but now, hey, I got this cameraman. I got to talk. I got to make somebody else talk.
That was real funny to me because before you came in, I was explaining you to my wife, and that's what made me think about the story. You were the first person that I attempted to put into the military. And I was like, he said about 10 words to me the whole process. And then also one day I was like, he quiet, but I was the same way. That's what made me even come. It was like, I'll see me. So I definitely can help this man because I just see a younger me. And that was a question that I just was dying to ask. Like, how are you transitioning with this? Because you don't talk. But that's a great way to be as a businessman in the aspect because you about business. Like,
Oh yeah.
okay, like you want to talk, you want to take these pictures. So yeah, yeah. In your opinion, what distinguishes a great photograph from just a good one?
A story, to be honest with you. Because anybody can pull out their phone and just take a picture.
Yeah,
But it takes a photographer to take a photograph.
professional eye
Yeah.
to like. I don't know what you got planned for me today, but in my heart, I know like this is gonna be a great shoot. Like I'm gonna probably be able to use these photos for a long time because we're gonna try to get so much and so many different angles and stuff. And I just know this is gonna tell the story of PhD and me
Oh yeah.
for years to come. Because this is my first photo shoot for PhD and me. So I'm glad that you was able to bless me with this opportunity to come up and do this for us. So how how is it that you're staying inspired and continuing to grow creatively as a photographer?
To be honest with you, just like I said before, seeing the reactions of other people. Because I put something out, I got to come back with something else different. So I got a particular style that I used to do when I first started. I used to play with colors. I'm gonna use one photo for example. Downtown in Hartsville, they got this big Christmas tree.
Okay.
I sat there, took a picture of myself. I was like, hey, wait a minute. Let me take all this color out and just put one color in. I did that, picked a different color. I did that 4 times. Looking at it, I was like, wait a minute. I can't decide on which one to pick.
Each one of them look different, like totally different.
They all look totally different,
The
but
same shoot.
it's the same picture.
Oh,
I'm sitting there
I would
looking at it.
never. I would never figure that out, bro. I would never think because I'm not a professional. I hate taking pictures. I hate being behind the camera, in front of the camera, but that makes so much sense. Like just a color made it look like
A whole
totally
different
different.
place.
Oh, dang. I would have never thought about that. Like color schemes, lighting is another thing.
To be
Like,
honest with you, with lighting, I really didn't get into that until last year. Because as you know, these lights is expensive.
yes,
But
yes.
you got to start with nothing and build your way up. So as I learned how to use the camera without the flashes, then I introduced flash. Man, it's a whole different world with these things.
Man. So with that, that kind of segues into my next question. So can you discuss any particular like photography techniques or any equipment that you find essential to the work that you're doing?
Well, the camera itself doesn't really make a difference, but you want to invest in your glass. So I use Canon. Canon is pretty much beginner friendly.
Hold up. The glass of the camera. Like I never heard. I always hear people talk about these expensive cameras. That's the first time anybody used that word. Like it's the glass. It's the.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. The glass, the lenses, they cost more than the camera. They really do.
Makes sense.
But
Makes
you
sense.
got to learn how to use the camera first before you start buying all this glass. Because you can give an average person $5,000 camera with a $10,000 lens, they ain't gonna know what to do with it. But if you give that same setup to somebody that has an idea of how to use it and what each lens is capable of, man, they'll just go crazy with it, to be honest with you.
Man, the
That's how
lens.
I thought it was in the first. I'm like, I gotta buy this expensive camera to get all these good pictures. But I sat down and looked at other photographers, like on Instagram. I asked them like, what do they use, how to use it, and to be surprised, a lot of them had these little cheap cameras,
Yeah.
but they had expensive lenses. So I'm like,
Nice.
I gotta get a lens. But in order for me to get that lens, I got to use this cheap camera
I
to
gotta
make
get
the
them.
money for this big lens.
I gotta get them.
Looking back at the first pictures that I took, knowing what I know now, I did a great job, to be honest with you,
With nothing.
with nothing.
That's how we always do it, bro. That's how the great ones do it, man. That's what make us so dangerous because we making masterpieces with nothing. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying? We molding with dirt and clay and we sculpting masterpieces. So with that being said, that also segues into our next question. What advice would you give an aspiring photographer that's trying to break into this industry?
Get out of that imposter syndrome. The imposter syndrome is pretty much you don't know that you're good at it. But at the
Mm,
end of the day, you
mm,
are if you keep trying.
mm.
Because in the beginning, I was looking at all these professional photographers around the area, Hartsville, Darlington, Florence, Columbia. I'm like, man, I ain't gonna never get to where they at. But
Mm,
some of the work that I put out is just as good as theirs.
mm.
And I don't have anything yet. Just wait till I get all my stuff together.
And it's coming too.
Not
It's coming.
not trying to put anybody down, but every photographer got their own style. I might see one particular subject different than you do. But
Absolutely.
if you take two photographers, put them side by side, tell them to shoot the same subject, it'll be two completely different projects.
Two outcomes.
Oh yeah,
And neither one is better or worse than the other. It's just
it's
you
just a different
know,
eye.
it's a different director. You
Yeah,
know, you can shoot the same movie and a different director sees that movie in a different lens than the previous director. So that makes plenty of sense to me for some reason. Um, so this is another question that I personally just thought of. Like, how much have you learned about business since you started this
brother,
journey?
I ain't know nothing about business at all. I got a degree in automotive.
Oh
I'm a
my
mechanic.
goodness.
Now I can run my
That's
own
what's
company.
so weird. Like when I met you, it was like I fix cars. This is what I do this right here. Like, cause you had a truck. I think you had like a black truck. You had some kind of truck.
I
And
had to talk.
you had a Tahoe, and you would always be doing something to it. Like I'm about to do this to it. I'm about to do that to it. And years later, I'm watching you like just soar at taking pictures.
I still got that truck. It's in the yard right now.
I remember your Tahoe, man. It's like you was always fixing on the truck, and I'm like, bro, we got this job 88 Mike. You'll be driving trucks, but you probably won't be fixing on nothing. But you like, it don't matter. Like,
How about this? Speaking of that, I actually worked in FMS 11.
so where
That's at the Army.
that's at the Armory in the back.
Yeah. I worked up under Chief Lindsay as a
What?
technician. So you said I wouldn't be fixing them. Hey, I was
You
fixing them.
still found your way to fix the goddamn on truck, and I didn't know that. I didn't even know you got a position out there as a tech. That's man. Everybody that I put in, man. I saw a little bit of myself in all of y'all, and all of y'all are flourishing. Y'all are doing well. Even some of y'all don't think y'all doing as well as y'all doing. Y'all are doing great, man. Just keep going, bro. Like I ain't break out in the guard until I was in my 6th year. And sometimes, man, it take that long for you to figure things out. So I'm proud. I'm so proud of everything y'all doing, man. It's ridiculous. Like I didn't even know you took that position. So with that being said, that's what this show is about, man. We like to highlight, every aspect of business. And this man just sat here and told y'all, jumping into the business, he knew nothing. He didn't even have a camera. He didn't have any business background experience to this level. And I've watched you flourish taking photos for the past couple of years. So you don't have to have all of the tools when you start. You know what I'm saying? You just gotta have a plan to acquire them along the way.
Oh yeah.
Because like I was talking to somebody the other day, and we were talking about like if you're doing something so well, sometimes you got to start out doing it for free. Hey, let me take your picture. Hey, let me interview you. Hey, let me, hey, read my book. Here you go. I'm just gonna give you a copy. And that turns into that gives you so many hours at whatever it is you're doing. Because once you do something for 10,000 hours, you're a professional. Once you shoot a jump shot for 10,000 hours of practice, you're gonna make it to the league eventually. Because most people are gonna drop that habit along the way. They're not gonna make it to 10,000 hours. And I'm pretty sure in the summertime, well, that COVID time frame gave you that opportunity to get those hours. Because all we could do was go outside. That's it. Like we couldn't do nothing. So you probably was taking so many pictures and just use that same like I watched so many people get worse during that time frame. And I talked to so many people like myself, like yourself. That's where we found this.
Oh yeah.
Like that's where we found ourselves when the world was crumbling like on Batman when the Joker was burning up the stuff behind him and he the only one clean calm. That was me. Like the world was on fire behind us. People was dropping left and right, and I was like, I was finding myself. Oh man, I'm off work and I'm still getting paid. Let me get my body right. Let me get my mind right. Oh, let me write this down. Let me write down how I did it. And bro, when I tell you, just typing in my phone turned into a book. That's how I wrote my first book, bro.
A lot.
That's a lot. I wrote my first book while going to school and doing all that online. We couldn't do nothing. We couldn't go nowhere. So you basically found what it was that you was passionate about during the time that you should have been going half crazy.
Couldn't really go half crazy because we literally out there in the midst of it.
Yeah. Yeah, because y'all still was drilling, y'all still was riding, y'all still was doing everything y'all was doing. And at that same time, hey,
Be honest with you, them COVID orders lasted almost a whole year.
yeah,
So we deliver medical supplies. We set up.
setting up testing sites
We everywhere. We out in the
everywhere.
prisons.
Yeah, y'all unit did do the prisons. Y'all did do the prison guard duty and stuff. So
Like, we was everywhere, man.
y'all turned up during COVID. Y'all picked up. We picked up orders during COVID. Orders that we wouldn't have had if everything was perfect.
Yeah. To be
Wow.
honest with you, that changed a lot of people's lives that was actually in. So those orders lasted 2 years.
Mm.
We did it for almost a whole year, but they had this deployment come up. So go from COVID orders to deployment, man, the financial side of that was lovely. Lovely. But a
Man.
lot of people made the right decision to invest that into something that they wanted or needed.
Yep, and you was one of them.
I chose to get my camera equipment, get my car, start my business.
Man.
I just kept going ever since.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let the people know you always, even though you were super quiet, you always was a good decision maker. And a good decision maker is just a good decision maker. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't surprise me that you're a genius at this camera and doing what you do behind this camera because you showed me just I mean, a nobody. I was nobody. I just took the job as a recruiter and you trusted me like, you know what? He got something, I ain't got nothing going on right this minute. As much as I want to have something going on, I'm young, I'm trying to find myself. I'm gonna trust this man. And then boom, that turned into like that good decision turned into a string of more good decisions. And I'm not surprised. And I'm not surprised when I see you just skyrocket from here. I'm not even surprised that you shooting everybody's events. When I see your pictures drop, when I see your stuff, I'm not surprised. I expect this from you. Like I met you at a time you were supposed to be making some dumb decisions because you was young.
Oh yeah.
But you was making the right decisions. Like, no. I ain't going over there with them. I ain't doing that. I stay to myself. Like that was one of the conversations we had. Like I stay to myself, man. I'm by myself. I'm with me. Like I can't get me in trouble. Like I ain't gonna do that to myself.
True.
So it was just like, okay, I like this guy. I want to help him. And now full circle, turn around, you helping me. It's your turn now. So without any further ado, man, that's how we're gonna close this interview. It was short, it was sweet, but it was definitely needed. It's something that I've wanted to do for a long time, get you on my platform and push your name and push your brand. And hopefully these pictures that we take my brand to the next level.
Got you.
Because I know it's gonna do. I know people gonna be like, golly, like when we get done with this shoot, I'm looking to march into March, and I'm looking to take over in March. So much is going on with this platform. We're really taking this to another level. So I'm going to try to use you for everything I do, and I want to do some bigger and some more events. So I want you to show up if your schedule can allow it from this day forward. You got to show up because it's going to spawn more business, more exposure. We're going to expose this world, not just a region, not just a city, not just a state. We're going to expose this world to your talent, and hopefully, man, we could take this thing to another level. So this has been P.H.D. and me, Entrepreneurs Unleashed. I really appreciate the viewers, the supporters. We're on Apple, we're on Spotify, we got books, we got we got everything, so much stuff that can make you a better individual for yourself. Because you can't be better in the community until you better yourself and then put that out into the community. So whatever we can do for you here on this platform, reach out. We definitely one phone call away. My email, my phone number, everything is always plastered online. And I love you guys. I appreciate it. This has been Mr. P.H.D. and me, Spade Photography. Y'all gonna see more from us. We love y'all. We out.